Just hit 1,000 subscribers this morning, and that is actually like, it feels like a big deal for me because when I started, 1,000 seemed like it'd be unobtainable. It's been a little bit over a year, and I'm pretty excited about that. Also, yesterday I got this comment. A guy named Kyle says, I did my Frame Z after watching your video. Definitely couldn't have done it without your video. It was much appreciated. And a little comment like that really made my day. Pretty self-explanatory why it would. It's very cool to get recognition. It's very cool to get affirmation. It's whatever you want to call it. It's very cool that something I did to post out a video could help someone else do something that they weren't quite as comfortable with, and that is really awesome. So thank you for that. Got a special guest in the garage today. It's funny because we're going to be working on a car. She did her makeup and her hair.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm in the garage every day. I just don't look like this when I'm on camera.
She is not in the garage every day.
I am too. I just come outside and talk shit, and then I walk back in.
All right, so today, what are we doing?
I have no idea.
All right, we're building a transmission tunnel, and we're doing it out of paper.
Okay. Good idea.
So
that's a solid choice.
I'm deciding right now. It's going to be a big tunnel.
Okay, yeah, it is going to be a big tunnel.
It's going to be a big tunnel because that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But a big tunnel means there's going to be a lot of air moving through it. And so the transmission will stay cooler. And if the tunnel was smaller and closer, the heat from the transmission would radiate through the tunnel into the cab. So I think that the bigger tunnel will help keep it cooler inside, right? And yeah. I'm debating on whether to make it two pieces, one to come here and another one to come here. Mm-hmm. That way it's not so big in the middle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still going to be big, but...
I think you should do two pieces. But, like, the piece in the back, is that going to drop off right back there?
I'm going to stop it right here.
Okay. And then what?
And then wait till
just
I get my
open?
Transmission tunnel to build the rest. So then I'll probably have another piece that comes here.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And so then I'll have to fill this stuff in.
Gotcha.
And then have just a tunnel coming.
Okay.
Just big enough for the shaft.
Right.
So. I wonder if that's in neutral then.
This is great footage.
Oh, I bet you it's in neutral. Or not.
How can you tell?
I don't know. Yep. There's park. Reverse, neutral, drive. Neutral, reverse.
Is this healthy
no, it's
for
the
this?
same thing. I don't think it matters. I'm just playing around.
Okay.
It's got to be park, right? All right. Anyways, so I don't know what I'm doing.
As usual.
So let's figure this out.
Yeah.
What should we do first? Make this piece?
Yeah, I think so. It's concerning that you don't know what you're doing because other people are using your videos to learn.
I've done a little bit of research, but
I know.
I think I got pretty good ideas. I successfully made a really good Z on the front.
Yeah. No. Well, we'll see when we actually get it out on the road whether or not it just falls apart.
It won't fall apart. That would be the welding, not the engineering, though. I'm not teaching people how to weld.
Whatever.
So anyways, all right, let's do this. What did you do? What did you do then? All right, so let's get this front part made up then.
Petty bitch sometimes, you know that?
Oh, I gotta, goddamn. Why is my O2 sensor right there?
So glad I did all this work to be on camera.
That O2 sensor is gonna be in my way. Let's take out this O2 sensor, babe.
Okay. So that means he's gonna take out the O2 sensor.
Now grab that paper. Hold that bitch in there. Put it inside of that curve. And then I grabbed a couple Sharpies because I'm really bad at keeping track of them.
This doesn't seem big enough, but
Is it not?
it's barely reaching the other side. Well, I guess if I put it down.
Well, we can make an initial cut and add paper to it.
Yeah, there we go. No, that's good. That's good.
All right, well,
Should we
it's
tape
gotta
it in
fit
place?
up
That's what I'm saying. Should we tape it in place at all?
from the back of the engine, but
Yeah.
there's not room back there.
Okay. Well, anyways.
Think
so-
you can reach? Let's see.
It'd be better.
It'd be?
It'd be.
Yeah, you gotta have tiny hands to be able to tape back there.
Which I don't have.
God damn it. Every time I get out of here, I rip my pants more on that goddamn boat that holds the seat down.
Maybe you shouldn't have a massive gaping hole in the back of your
Why do you think I have a massive gaping hole in the back of my pants?
Because you fart a lot and the gas is really
Can you stop showing that? I'm not putting that on the video.
weak.
Some weird curves on there.
Yeah, I don't think that's accurate.
I think it is. Because the firewall isn't flat this way. It kind of curves in and then
I know. I'm f***ing with you.
does a little move right there. So I have the firewall line drawn out. And now I'm measuring from the firewall down to see how far I want this part to come down before it meets this part. And so I'm going to go a little higher than here, which is probably about 7 inches, so I'm going to go 6 inches.
Okay.
So that'll stop at about 6 inches and the next one can meet up. But that's all subject to change.
Yeah.
I think I'll probably do 7 just to give myself extra room. But now I'm going to hold it in again. Here, hold that. And then I want to mark on each side, make it kind of horizontal. Okay. Now, try to make this a mark over here where that would come straight down.
Are you on the over here or inside?
Like here.
Oh, okay.
Like, see that mark I made? Bring that straight down to the,
This straight down to here?
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know where you think it would be.
This straight down. Yeah, just kind of guesstimate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right about there. What'd you say?
Yeah, go ahead. Looks like a perfect spot. All right, now let's grab these. Oh, look. Here, look at this.
What's up?
We got a straight edge.
There's a straight edge. It's a really big straight edge.
Right
Not,
here. Oh, it's too
not
big.
worth it.
Too big. I have a straight edge. Right, so. So I'm gonna go like this and give myself about an inch. I don't want to step on that, so I'll kick it under the truck.
I know. I keep damn near tripping over that.
There's so much
hose.
stuff in here.
Trying to be a good camera woman.
All these hose, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You're just drowning in hose, honey.
What do you think?
Goes up a little bit, yeah.
It's pretty big.
Yeah, that's gonna be really puppy.
But like I said,
But that'll give you room to work.
more air, the better. And it's a big ass tunnel.
Yeah.
That'll be all right.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna completely fabricate this piece before I move on to the next one. The hard part on this one is I'm gonna take that angle I bent and make a thing here. And see it dips right here and then comes back here and all that angle.
It's hard to see in the, but yeah.
Yeah, that angle is gonna be
Fun.
impossible. I'm not gonna be able to get it on the first try, I don't think. And then the angle I bent is at 90 degrees, but this is not at 90 degrees. And so I'm gonna have to figure out how to bring that down without destroying the whole thing.
What angle did you bend at 90 degrees? And what are those for? Supports or something? Structural
I
supports
told
inside
you,
of it?
yeah, this is gonna go around
Oh, the
front,
top layer?
and then
okay.
that is gonna weld to this, and this is gonna weld to the firewall.
Right. Okay.
Right, and so I mounted this on my workbench, on my tiny little vise. And that's not good because it's bending the whole countertop. And I don't really have room because of this and this.
Yeah.
So I need to figure something else out.
There's Alfie, and there's my Weston, and Lily back there in the back. Lily Bean, look at her. She's so cute.
So what I read is if you mark every inch, an inch and a half, and number them, then you can more easily, then you can shrink or stretch it more evenly, and then when you go and hold it in place, you can know which mark you need to redo. These aren't the perfect lines, but I'm going to number them. But it's going really good. I started out
they don't make it square.
doing every half inch here, but now you can see the difference. I was doing every half inch here, but then here I started doing every inch.
So
and that like is a nice, lot better than this steep one there. But maybe shrinking it'll do it. But I think that
I think you're good. Because you still have to meet the curve over there. It's not even, you haven't even curved it all the way around.
Now, you want to trace it?
No.
You don't?
No.
Can you hold that end while I trace it?
No.
So it doesn't move?
Why don't you do it at the edge?
Because I'm giving myself a little room on every side. All right, so I was just editing this video and I lost most of the footage. So I'm just gonna go over what I did quick. So I took this piece of angle and I bent it around all these curves in the firewall. And then in order to bend it down from 90 degrees, I cut little triangles out of the whole thing all over the place, as you can see. And then I tacked it in once there and then tacked the whole firewall. For the most part, it looks like crap, but once I grind it down, it's gonna be fine. And then I made the second part of the tunnel the same way as I made the first. I had to cut it around so I didn't put it on top of this part. And then I tacked the whole thing up. And I welded it to the side of the old tunnel where it went up. And the same on this side. But I did my best to keep it as far over as possible so I have room for my foot for the gas pedal. So I need to make a little filler piece right here. And I'm gonna do that when I take the engine out. I gotta trim the transmission tunnel back there. And it'll be good then. But it was pretty easy and pretty basic. In order to get these curves, I just bent it around a propane tank. And to get tighter curves, I used the stock slip-on for my Harley. And that worked really well to bend the metal around, and everything worked out. So after I get a drive shaft, I'll finish the rest of the tunnel. I'm gonna need to modify the seat too. because the drive shaft is gonna hit it. So after I get the drive shaft, I'm going to finish the tunnel and then build a tunnel from the drive shaft all the way back through the cab and through the bed to the rear end. That's not the rear end at full drop. At full drop, that the shaft of the rear end is above this floor. So that's it. Sorry. So there's my sorry excuse for a transmission tunnel. It wasn't really hard, but it wasn't really easy. I have no idea what I'm doing, so I was able to do whatever I want. I watched a couple videos online and kind of got an idea of what I want to do. And I'm not good, and I'm just learning how to do this whole metal fabrication thing. So making the strip that went up around the front of the transmission it wasn't easy. It was a learning experience. So I don't know how I could have done it better, but I think cutting the wedges out of it and bending it down in order to get into place was a pretty good idea. Once I get the motor out, I get to beat on that and bring it closer up before I finish welding that part of it. And then, yeah, That's it, just a little bit here and there, and I'll post that in a video someday maybe. And I'm really excited for the next video because I'm gonna box up a frame for inside the bed, and I'm gonna make it lift in 2 places, once in the back for a fuel tank, and then again for my air management. So I'm gonna have 2 hinges on there, and I'm making my own hinge, making my own structure. I got a pretty good idea of how I'm gonna do it to make it level. I'm really excited to do it. So I got 3 days to do that. So I gotta put the front suspension back together and put the airbags back on, pull the truck out, turn around and nose it in so that I have good access to the back there. So that's what's gonna happen in my next video. So you should really check that one out because I think it's gonna be one of the coolest things I've done. It's gonna be one of the most, I expect it to be super fun. So I'm really excited to do it. So see you next time, peace out.
Now it's time for intermission. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire.
Are you fucking serious?
It's intermission. We gotta entertain the people.
All right, let's
So I took off my glove, and it is not happy.